Meet Akane, the 19-year-old girl I'm in love with. She's playful, social, a little lazy and honestly not even as smart as she looks. And of course, she's absolutely gorgeous. But don't judge me too quickly. She loves me too. Well, depending on how you look at it, she wouldn't exist without me after all. Are you new to this channel? I am Supper and my goal is to create a manga. I'm juggling my age and the time I have available to work on it. Well, those are just a few of the obstacles on the road. If you are a writer, a mangaka, a comic creator, you probably know exactly what I mean. You've brought characters to life in your stories and you've grown to love them. I don't just love 19-year-old Akane, although she is my favorite, but also the grumpy head nurse and the sneaky janitor. The characters in your stories become your friends, right? I wanted to share some of my experiences and maybe some tips that might help you. I should say I might have it easy. The manga I'm making is a comedy. Stuff happens, sure, but I don't have to write characters out in cold blood. How is that for you, writer with heavier stories? Maybe action dramas or characters dealing with mental struggles? I would love to hear about it, so feel free to share it in the comments. A thumbs up is always appreciated, right, Akane? I have noticed that once your characters come to life and you start caring about them, you eventually reach that point where making the right decisions becomes hard. Do you choose what's best for your story or, probably subconsciously, what's best for them? You hold their fate in your hands, but at the same time you have a bigger goal to serve, your story. Can you still push through that heavy moment you planned now that you've gotten to know the characters so well and seen everything they've gone through? That's something I've run into myself, and it can definitely be a trap. I think it's important to take a step back every now and then. Try to keep the bigger picture in view. I love creativity in all its forms, especially the discovery part. Having an idea without knowing the final result yet, and surprising yourself by working on it. But when you're developing a character, that can also be a trap. You might convince yourself that he or she has to take a different path than the one you originally planned. It's different for everyone, but consider this your warning. Don't fall in love with them. Something that might help is setting specific milestones your character needs to pass, key moments, for their emotional development or important events in their arc. You can use these as markers, checking whether they appear too early or too late in the story. It also helps you see whether your other characters are developing at the right pace, instead of giving all the attention to your favorite. Be careful not to overdevelop the characters closest to your heart while neglecting the rest. You may end up disappointing yourself because many of your ideas won't fit in the story. Or you will be tempted to give your favorite a bigger role than they are supposed to have. By the way, you are seeing footage of Akane as a real person, but of course I'm creating a manga. Funny enough, I don't actually know exactly what she looks like yet. My designs keep changing. It's mostly her personality that stole my heart. These were a few thoughts that might help you when writing your own story. As you can tell, all of this comes from my own experience. It can save you a lot of time and emotion if you don't get completely lost in your characters. And yes, there will always be characters you created that will never see the light of day, which hurts. I also know Akane has already won my heart, so in my case it's too late for my own advice. I just hope you'll enjoy her too once my manga finally sees the light of day. Until then, feel free to follow the channel to stay updated and see you in the next video. Did you know I sell merchandise of my manga on Redbubble? For example, this beautiful... Oh wait, I ordered the backprint version. This print is limited to 2025 only. There are also some other designs there, like this beautiful pillow. So check out my store on Redbubble and support my channel.